the view.
You do?
Yes.
You're my best view.
Yeah, I like the view. I like the view.
Hi nail fam, I hope that you are doing well. My mystery box, which is my very first mystery box from Double Dip, has arrived. This is their May mystery box. Each month they do have a new mystery box, and so I have the May one. So I'm really excited to finally get my hands on one of their boxes. And as you can see, upon opening the box, there is a little insert card, and then there's a lot of these really cute stickers. Look at this one. This reminds me of a little amethyst crystal. Absolutely cute. I love the aesthetic of their packaging as well. So we got some cute little crinkle paper here. We're just going to remove those, and then we're going to get into the contents of this box. Now, I'm receiving mine a little bit later than everyone else, so you may have already seen the contents of this box. So we're just going to go quickly through everything in here, starting off with the dip powders, which is this first one here is Berry Summer, and that's a beautiful glitter mix. We also have a mystery color, which also seems to be a beautiful glitter mix. And then we have the Scarlet Dress, which is a beautiful red dip powder. You guys know I have a growing obsession with dip powder. All right, so here is what I'm really excited for, which is their Solid Cream palette. I have reviewed a few of these on my channel, and so this one is an impressive one because it has lots of colors inside of this little palette here, and they do give you that makeup palette kind of eyeshadow palette kind of vibe. So upon opening, as you can see, we have lots of very neutral autumn, I would say autumn and the fall season kind of colors, but you can definitely use these for aesthetic nail art or nail design during the spring and summer season. So here are all of the lovely colors included in here. We are definitely going to have to do a separate design with that. All right, so we've got a few more packages in here. I'm just going to take them out so that we can remove the box. Okay, so they do always try to send you some swatch sticks. So I have some stiletto swatch sticks here, but I particularly for dip powder, I like to use my shorter square swatch sticks. So that's what I will be using. Now onto this next package here, and this is a mini UV lamp light, flashlight, handheld that you can add a few batteries to, and then you can do like flash cures with this. So like you can flash cure your nail charms, your bling, your nail tips when you are applying them to your nails and stuff like that. So I have one of these already, so this is definitely going to be very useful as a little backup in case I don't know where I put one of the the other one. Okay, so and the other one is a pair of UV gloves, and this is very timely for me. I purchased some white ones a while back and I kind of lost them. I don't actually know where they are now. So I haven't been wearing mine a lot. So now I have this new set and it's black. And I love that these fingers almost fit my entire fingers, which is very nice. A lot of gloves can be kind of short. I was trying to put this on the hand that had the nail tips, and it wasn't getting through. You know, sis was struggling trying to put this on. So I said, you know what, let me just throw it on my opposite hand, and it was nice and comfortable, really soft, and worked really well. As you can see, I'm very tall. I'm like 5'10", and so I have long legs and I have long arms, long fingers, everything. So as you can see here, the fingers, they work pretty well. Yeah. All right, so that is very handy to have. So I thought that was a really nice touch. And then you have the UV light. So those two really complemented each other. Okay, so these are the dip liquids that you would need for the dip powders. Now, these do not automatically come into this box. If you enter the coupon code TBMYSTERY, or I will have it linked down in the description box, you will actually get this free. Now, I'm not sure if this is only applicable to the May box or if this is applicable to a different box, but again, as far as I'm aware, for this month's mystery box, if you were to enter that particular code, you would actually get these dip liquids free. So Now let's move on to the swatches. So I'm going to take the dip base and I'm going to apply them to swatch sticks, and then we're just going to go ahead and dip each powder and show you the color. All right, here are the colors after they have been activated, and I applied some top gel to the nails. They are so beautiful, especially those glitters. So I had to pick out the Berry Summer Glitter, and I'm going to be pairing that with this Winterscape dip powder here. This would have been in the Easter collection, I believe. And then I have mixed my own nude. So I used the Lily Luster, which is a kind of white. And then I also used Marshmallow, which is a kind of pink. And I added just a little bit of brown mica pigment in here to create this custom nude. So I've already applied my half cover square tips on to my nails. I'm just going to take my nail drill and kind of buff the surface of this nail to remove any excess shine that may be onto the nails. Gonna take my scrub brush, take off that excess dust, and now we're ready to do some nails. So as you would have seen from the thumbnail, we're gonna be doing some hand painted cloud nails. So I'm going to be using the nude at the top of my nail, and then I'm going to be using the Winterscape blue to the tip of the nail, and then we're going to go over the top of the nail with a little bit of glitter. I just wanted to quickly point out, I am trying to build the apex up. So you're going to see me start off by applying the base liquid down the center of the nail first. And I'm doing it in 2 sections because this is a long nail, so it will dry before I get to the entire nail. So I have to do it in 2 sections. And each time and each layer that I'm adding more dip base onto the nail, I'm going to go closer and closer to the side walls, and I'm also going to go closer and closer to my cuticle area. All right, so side profile here, you can see that we're starting to get a little speed bump on these nails. So we're starting to build a tiny little bit of apex. All right, it takes a while for each layer to self dry. I usually wait like 2 minutes before I scrub off that excess dust. and then I move on to the next layer. And this did take me a couple of hours to do. I think I got hungry like halfway, and then I had to make myself some lunch and then just start again. But I absolutely loved how this nail set turned out. All right, so now we're getting closer and closer to the edge of the sidewalls, and so now we're going to be doing some more full coverage of the entire nail. Okay, so now we are ready to add a little bit of the glitter to the center of the nail. We have built up a good amount of opacity onto that nude, cuticle area, base area, and then we've also built up the opacity of the winterscape, that blue towards the tip of the nail. So now we have a little space in between, and this is where I will apply the glitter. I did go in with about 2 layers with the glitter and the other colors. So now that we've built up at least 5 or 6 layers in total, we're now ready to move on to the activator. So I'm going to remove that excess powder off of the nail. And now we're going to go ahead and apply our activator to all of the nails. All right, so here's how the nails are looking, and I know they don't look like anything special at the minute. They look really lumpy, bumpy, and everything, and that's okay. This is what the filing and shaping part is all about. In fact, this is probably the most hardest part to the dip powder nails, especially on long nails. It's definitely the shaping aspect. So I'm taking my 100-180 file. I'm going to start off by filing those sidewalls and also the free edge of the nail. And I'm going to try to manually file as much as possible. Once I feel like I've done enough of a job, then I will move on to using my electric nail drill. All right, now I'm going to go in with my new favorite nail drill bit. This is the 5-in-1 nail drill bit, and this is absolutely perfect for debulking the nails and definitely like making sure that cuticle area is like legit crispy and clean. So you can take your 5-in-1 and you can kind of like file around the edges of the nail, file over the entire nail just to give it that smoothness and kind of debulk any lumps and bumps. And then also definitely do some cuticle work with this drill bit. Now you see how lumpy and crusty and bumpy and the cuticle area is, and this nail drill bit, this 5-in-1, just goes in there perfectly and just makes everything so smooth and so clean. If you do not have this nail drill bit in your life and you're working with dip powders or acrylic or even polygel, like this is the drill bit right here for you. Clean. Them cuticles is be from the Lord. Okay, so the cuticles are done. Now we're going to go back in with a little bit more shaping just to make sure that these nails come as smooth as possible. I'm going to take my file and just file around the surface of the nail. All right, so once I feel like I filed enough and I have a tiny little bit of apex there, I'm going to go ahead and just wipe it on down with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. And then we're going to move on to the nail art aspect of the nails. All right, so for my thumb and my ring finger, I want to go in with some butterflies and some pink flowers, these little trendy flowers. So I'm going to go in with my no wipe top coat from Double Dip, also known as BELLAVENA. And we're going to go over the entire nail, and we're going to apply these on to that wet top gel. I'm going to be using my McCart rhinestone glue to adhere the big butterflies, and then the flowers will just stick into the wet top gel. All right, so I did the exact same thing on my ring finger, like I said. So now let's get ready to do the cloud nail art. And I have some liner gels here. The white and the gold is from the Christmas gel liners from Double Dip. And then the pink one is from their neon gel liner collection. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the white onto my little nail palette here. And then we're going to get started. So to draw the clouds, we're going to use a dotting tool, a large dotting tool. And then we're just going to dot the top part of the clouds. You're going to need a small nail art brush to kind of feather down the bottom part of this cloud. And then you're going to need a small line art brush that's like a liner, not just a brush, to kind of add some pink pigments to the top of the clouds, just to give it some sort of like 3D effect. But I'll show you the brushes closer to the time that we use them. All right, so we're going to take our little cheap, inexpensive nail art brush and we're just going to feather down the bottom of the clouds just to give them a realistic look to them. All right, take a little nail art brush and kind of feather off some parts of the cloud. Just don't do too much, else it's going to be unrealistic. All right. Now, in the glitter mix that we used, the berry glitter mix, there's hints of pink inside there. So I wanted to add a little bit of pink to these clouds to tie in the pink that's in the glitter mix, as well as the pink flowers that we added on the thumb finger and the ring finger. So you can take a smaller dotting tool and just kind of add it to the very top part of the clouds. Now I'm going to take the gold line art gel and I'm going to do a little dot onto the nail in different areas, and we're going to make this into a 4-point star. Once I add the 4 points to this dot, then I'm still going to go in with some white gel to the center of this 4-point star, and I'm also going to do 4 points in that. So essentially it's 2 stars, but they're both on top of each other. All right, so here's how the nails are looking so far. I'm satisfied with how the nail art turned out. I'm just going to go ahead and add some cuticle oil to these crusty cuticles because I scrubbed them and I put on so much isopropyl alcohol so they couldn't dry. And my hands were dry as well. I don't know why my hands just be looking so dry up, even though I've been moisturizing them. Anywho, guys, here is the final look of this gorgeous heavenly cloud nail set using all Double Dip products. Hope you guys enjoyed this fun tutorial. Don't forget to check out Double Dip. I will have a discount code down in the description box, and I will see you in the next one.